All right. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Heat number one. Brad Ronning and Kyle McRicken Martin on the front row. Bradley Ronning and Ed Sr. on the second. Vern Spring, Ryan McDaniel start on the third row. Matt Moniak, J.R. Tanksley have the fourth row. Scott Snodgrass and Kirk Marble rounding out the top 10. Mike Hoyt starting in 11th, and Easton Reidner rounds out the 12-car field for Heat 1. Hey, good evening, Nakia, cheering on Andrew Thornton. Always great to see you, Nakia. Oh, I see it. Thanks, Ants. Pace car is in. Here we go for heat number one. Bradley Ronning fires. Green flag is in the air. And already mid-pack, guys looking 3 wide. Oh, we've got Bradley Ronning loose out of 2. Ed Sr. has gone to the lead. Ryan McDaniel already up, and he is challenging for the lead. Bradley Ronning has gone to pit road unexpectedly. Hey, good evening, Tina. Scott Snodgrass up 3 spots. Easton Reidner up 5. Ryan McDaniel out front, starting to break away. But points leader Matt Moniak has moved to 3rd. They're spinning back behind. Looks like Scott Snodgrass and Mike Hoyt involved. Let's take a quick look. Scott there on the bottom in the 22. Look like him in the 77 get loose. Ryan McDaniel catches the 77 but holds on to it. I'm sorry, that was Kyle Martin. Ryan still out front. And it's fairly close though. Easton Reidner, Matt Moniak battling. Oh, holy cow! Easton around but quickly recovers. Moniak now up into 3rd. Ed Sr. slipping back to 4th. J.R. Tanksley on the move, now up into 5th. Easton Reidner started tail into the field, has still moved up 5 spots into 7th, and Scott Snodgrass just set the fastest lap. They do get that way. Hey, good evening, Becky. Becky, we have to ask after that last race, is Scott allowed to sleep in the house again? White flag is in the air. One more time around for Ryan McDaniel. Matt Moniak. Oh, Matt in 2nd goes around off the bumper of J.R. Tanksley. But out of turn 4, Ryan McDaniel wins heat number 1. evening, Kenny. Alrighty, here we go. Heat number 2. Becky Snodgrass and Brandon Murphy on the front row. Ray Mullendorf and Jonathan Fortin on the second. Brian Hewitt, John Barry on the third row. Dave Holmberg and Eddie Jones on the fourth row. Cody Kennedy and Richie Joplin round out the top 10. Andrew Thornton and Timmy Martin round out the field for Heat 2. Everybody rolling for the pace lap. We've got one car. Looks like Becky Snodgrass. Becky Snodgrass dropped to the back, as did Brandon Murphy. Ray Mullendorf out front next to Jonathan Fortin, two of the newer members in control of the start of this heat. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Off into turn 1, a little bit more tame than the start of heat 1. Oh, we've got one car around, it's Jonathan Fortin. And we are 3 wide into 4 wide behind. And multiple cars around in 3 and 4. John Barry sneaks into the lead. Edmund Jones shoots by into 1 and takes the lead. See if we can see what happened down in 3 and 4. There they were, 4 wide. Oh, the O2 just slipped in and couldn't fit. Not enough real estate. Edmund Jones out front, John Barry in second, Cody Kennedy now to third. Fastest lap so far. Andrew Thornton now up into fourth. We saw Ryan have a little bit of a breakaway and he won, but right now John Barry is right on Edmund. Cody Kennedy right there, Andrew Thornton battling for third. He's going to take it into 1. Cody tries to fight back on the high line, but can't hold him off. Brandon Murphy managed to come through the chaos, is now into 5th. Ants, you're absolutely right. They are loose. Thornton on the attack, trying to close the gap. The top 5 pretty much all under a blanket there. The top 4 rather. And Brandon Murphy in 5th is closing in. Timmy Martin back in 6th. Richie Joplin 7th. Brian Hewitt in 8th. Jonathan Fortin started in up front back to 9th. Holmberg in 10th. White flag is in the air. One more time around for heat number 2. Down the back straightaway toward turn 3, single file, nobody in position to attack. And out of turn 4, Edmund Jones will win heat number 2. and a little bit of post-race celebration. Hey, good evening, Martin. All right, here we go for the feature. Ryan McDaniel, Edmund Jones on the front row. Ed Sr., John Barry on the second. J.R. Tanksley, Andrew Thornton on the third. Easton Reidner, Cody Kennedy on the fourth. Scott Snodgrass and Brandon Murphy, your top 10. Matt Boniak starting in 11th next to Timmy Martin. Kyle McRicken Martin starts in 15th. Brian Hewitt in 16th. Vern Springs starting in 17th. Jonathan Fortin in 18th. Mike Hoyt 19th. And Dave Holmberg starts 20th. Brad Ronning in 21st. Ray Mullendorf 22nd. Bradley Ronning starts 23rd. And Becky Snodgrass rounds out the 24-car field here tonight. Pace car is rolling. All good, Martin. Hope you get it fixed, buddy. I had a little bit of slowness and issues trying to get logged in. You may still be able to make the second one, though. Pace car about to drop in. Ryan McDaniel in control out of 4. Green flag flies. They are away. Single file up front, but 3 wide mid-pack. Andrew Thornton looking for a gap. Now 3 wide as they head off into turn 3. John Barry on the high side keeps his foot. Oh, holy cow, we've got a car spinning. Caution is out. Looks like Vern Spring, Kirk Marble involved. And Andrew Thornton gets caught up. First caution of the night. Unfortunately, it looks like Kirk Marble and Becky Snodgrass both had to tow to pit road. See what happened here. Mid-pow. Vern Spring just got loose. Back behind. Kirk Marble off into the turn. And oh! A lot of bumping. Kirk gets stuck in the fence. There's something you don't see every day. Becky Snodgrass back behind, just trying to avoid the chaos. Gets loose, trying to save it. Andrew Thornton gets clipped by the spin, and that's where the worst of it happens. Brian Hewitt, Richie Joplin all get a piece. What a rough start. JR doesn't know how he missed that one. Hey, good evening, Mark. How's it going, buddy? It is a great night for a little shake and bake, indeed.
Shake and bake!
Oh, crap, Kevin. You might be in trouble with that plan. That first lap was fairly tame, but man, It popped off coming out of turn 4. Remember, we talked about in pre-race, there is a bump in the middle of 3 and 4 that can really unsettle even a heavy car. But you take one of these lightweight Legends cars, put them on track, and the littlest bump can have the biggest impact. These cars also have very, very little suspension. Not enough travel to absorb the shock or absorb a bump. Here we go, pace car back in, Ryan McDaniel in control. Green flag back in the air. Down the front straightaway into turn 1. Oh, and Ed Sr. is around. Scott Snodgrass is around. Cars are flying and caution is back out. Ray Mullendor involved, Becky Snodgrass, Dave Holmberg, Ed Sr. all involved. Bradley Ronning, Cody Kennedy, Scott Snodgrass. Half the field involved in this one. Ed Sr. was up toward the front. Oh, looks like Ed came down just a little bit, got into Scott, and chaos ensued. Timmy Martin just had nowhere to go in that one. Brian Hewitt also catching a piece of it. Oh, Ed Sr. was stopped there. Hewitt just had nowhere to go. Like we said, a large portion of the field gets caught up in that one. Ed Sr. was running about 4th when everything went wrong. J.R. Tanksley, another miss on that one. This may come down to which driver survives. This track seems very, very wide looking down at it, but once you're out there, there's a very small racing groove. And this track gets very, very tiny, very, very quickly, especially when you go off on into the corner. Might be a good call, Kevin. Should be getting 1 to green this time by. Lights are out on the pace car. They are ready to go again. Ryan McDaniel still holds on to the lead, followed by Edmund Jones, John Barry, Easton Reidner, and Jonathan Fortin. Easton Reidner, Jonathan Fortin both had problems in their heats, and both are making up for it right now. Jonathan Fortin is up 13 spots into 5th. Pace car is in. Ryan McDaniel in control again. He fires there away. Green back in the air. Through 1 and 2, looks like everybody's coming through fine. 3 wide, a couple of different places on track. As Kyle McRecken Martin is on the attack. Oh, Big Wreck out front, caution. No, wait. Now the caution is out. Ryan McDaniel is involved. John Barry, Ed Sr., Matt Moniak, Dave Holmberg, and Scott Snodgrass. Scott cannot avoid anything tonight. Oh, Ryan gets a bump from behind. He goes up into Ed. They come across the track and everybody tries to avoid it. John Barry just behind in 4th place, just nowhere to go. He gets it from both of them. One car ended up upside down on its lid, and we saw Holmberg going for quite a ride. He flies to the outside wall, gets bumped again, and ends up tumbling, but lands on all fours. He stuck the landing on that. And the rookie in the field, Bradley Ronning, he got loose as they came out of 4. Spun into another car, but does manage to stick it. Ryan McDaniel was out front leading the race, is now dropped to 11th. More bad luck. And John Barry's night comes to an end. And JR missed that one again. How long will his luck hold out? Everybody trying to get settled in. Quite a few cars on pit road for repairs this time. Looks like Vern Spring, Dave Holmberg, both Scott and Becky. John Barry obviously out of the race. He towed in. Bradley Ronning also on pit road. Brandon Murphy had to tow. Lights are out. They stack back up for the restart. Easton Reidner and Andrew Thornton on the front row. Mike Hoyt and McRecken on the second row. J.R. Tanksley, Cody Kennedy on the third. Brad Ronning, Richie Joplin on the fourth. Edmund Jones, Brian Hewitt rounding out the top 10. Pace car is back in. Easton Reidner in control. He fires. Green flag back in the air. Easton clears into turn 1. Mike Hoyt looked like he pushed up a little bit. It's going to be close. Coming off turn 2, Thornton has to back out. McRicken now up to 4th on Andrew Thornton's back bumper. Edmund Jones trying to fight his way back up. Ryan McDaniel also back on the attack. Ryan back up into 9th. Easton just set the fastest lap of the night so far. The front half of the field, single file at the moment. Brian Hewitt has gone to pit road unexpectedly. Looks like the car is okay. Richie Joplin also starting to make a move. He is up 9 spots into 5th. Mike Hoyt tries to move on the high side and almost opened the door. He slammed it shut before McRicken can make a move. There's a car flipping down the front straightaway. Caution. Caution is back out. Lap 24, Jonathan Fortin and Matt Moniak, the points leader, involved. There's Fortin loose out of 2. Comes up, gets into Moniak, and wow. Moniak, one heck of a ride. Even manages to bounce off the top of Fortin. Sticks the landing. Gosh, I'm going to have to score that one an 8.5. At least 5 barrel rolls and a flip sticks the landing. Well, John Matty's car got rolling again, so I don't know. He might be okay. Oh, Ant's given it a score of 9.6. His lucky number is 3. Ironically, it is also Matt Moniak's number is 3, and he's leading the points in both series. Had a rough week at the last race. His points lead still holds, though, at 29 in the Legends cars. Only one win so far this season for Moniak, but consistent top 5 and podium finishes have kept him in the fight. Lights are out, and it looks like we're going single file on the restart. Pace car is in. Easton Reidner in control. Green flag back in the air. McRacken already looking for second place from Hoyt. Stuck the nose under. Could not get there. Cody Kennedy on the attack for fifth, battling with JR. Oh, got a little crazy coming off four. The battle back for 10th place. And on the move once again, Ryan McDaniel now battling for 6th place. Top 3, 4 cars still single file. 20 laps to go. Don't forget, folks, after this race, stick around. They will put up the Legends cars and unpack the late models and go at it again here in Lakeland, Florida. Oh! A bump at the start-finish line. Caution! Caution back out with 19 laps to go, and looks like Richie Joplin was involved. Oh, looks like Mike Hoyt was loose, went to the bottom. Richie was just trying to avoid it, but smacked the wall. Oh, Mike got a bump, and then McRacken came up and got into Richie. That's a 2-for-1 for McRacken. Hey, good evening, Dog and Dragon. How are you guys? Hope everybody at home is having a great night and enjoying this race. Don't forget, tonight is a doubleheader. We do have late models out here in a bit. A lot of great racing to come this week. Tomorrow night, XCal is back on track, short tracking at Martinsville. Wednesday night, the Nowski Nation playoffs continue. Thursday night, Home Motorsports is back at 7 Eastern, and the HTSAI Community Convoy starts at 8 and will be live immediately after the Home Motorsports race. Hey, good evening, Shubop. Yeah, same track in the late models. The interesting thing is this is one of the first tracks you race at as a rookie in iRacing, and when I started years ago, this was the first track I was on. It is a lot of fun. It's a track everybody knows, but it is a easy track to learn and a hard track to master. Shubop, I think the unicorn, I don't know what she's doing at the moment. She's talking about working on her quilting tonight. Here we go. Pace car is back in. Green flag is back in the air. 14 laps to go. Cody Kennedy on the move, looking for third. Ryan McDaniel now back into the top 5. Scott Snodgrass, who got caught up into the first 2 incidents, now sits in 5th. Timmy Martin also on the move, up 6 spots now into 6th. And Vern Spring, who went flying in that first caution, now up 8 spots into 9th. Points leader Matt Boniak stuck back in 13th at the moment. Easton Reidner, for the first time, has some breathing room between him and Mike Hoyt, a couple of car lengths. Ryan McDaniel side by side with Cody for 3rd. And he clears him out of 4. Shoots it down into 1. Scott Snodgrass looking for 4th. Easton Reidner comes out of 4, 10 laps to go. A rough start to this race, but man, in the final laps, the battle is... Oh! Looked like Edmund Jones got into the back of Andrew Thornton, and wow, Edmund is still flying. We're not sure if he will land. There's Edmund as they go off into 1 and 2. Just barely gets into Andrew, but man. Edmund keeps bouncing. He does stick the landing. However, not nearly as good as Boniak's earlier. We'll give him a 7.2. If you guys are interested in getting into iRacing, don't worry, folks. Follow us on Facebook. We do have 5 first-year iRacing memberships to give away as part of our MS Society fundraiser. Also be watching closely Wednesday morning on Facebook. It is a certain unicorn's birthday. We will put a post up about it. Make sure you drop by and tell her happy birthday. And hey, you might want to tune in because since she will be out spending her birthday with her sisters, I will be here, and if I get caught up on shorts, we will be spending some time likely playing a little Batman. Lights are out on the pace car. And it looks like they are going single file once again. Pace car is in. Easton Reidner in control. Green flag in the air. 5 laps to go. J.R. Tanksley quickly looks to the bottom underneath Cody Kennedy. Richie Joplin starting to fight his way forward. Kyle McRacken Martin right on his bumper. Scott Snodgrass back into the top 5, battling with Ryan. Caution is out, the points leader in trouble. Matt Moniak had some trouble. Let's see what happened. There's Moniak coming out of turn 2. Oh, pushes up, or 4. Pushes up, bounces into the 67 and goes around. Moniak had been fighting his way back into the top 10, but is now going to lose all that ground. Now we will get a green-white checkered finish. Easton Ridner, Mike Hoyt, Ryan McDaniel, Scott Snodgrass, Cody Kennedy, the top 5. J.R. Tanksley, Richie Joplin, Timmy Martin, Kyle Martin, and Vern Spring round out your top 10. Biggest mover of the night, Mike Hoyt, started in 19th, but has made his way to 2nd. Green-white checkered finish. They'll have no time to break away. It'll be a dogfight to the end. Should be getting 1 to green this time, and should be a single file restart. No, looks like they're going to hold the green flag off. Everybody getting sorted out here. Matt Moniak has now dropped to 15th. Heavy damage to that car. And it looks like they've delayed the green. Everybody is stacked up, ready to go at the moment. Not sure what the delay of the green was. Now we get the 1 to green. The single file restart definitely benefits the leader, Easton Ridner. Can he hold off Mike Hoyt and Ryan McDaniel? Or will there be chaos at the front again? Could we see somebody else deeper in the field come through to pull off the win tonight? Here we go, green flag back in the air, 2 to go at the line. Everybody stacked up inches apart. Scott Snodgrass looks high into 1 and 2. Top three unchanged, but here comes Cody Kennedy trying to take fourth. J.R. Tanksley right behind looking for an opportunity. White flag is in the air one more time around. Can Easton Reidner hold on to it? Out of turn two, Mike Hoyt needs to get a run here. Does not have enough. Out of turn four, Easton Reidner will win. Mike Hoyt coming home in second. Ryan McDaniel is back on the podium. And let's talk to our top three, starting with Ryan McDaniel. Ryan, you are back on the podium. It has been a while.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Great job
Feels
tonight.
good,
You
buddy.
came through a lot of chaos.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm just glad I was able to get this car back up front.
You,
We
you definitely had a
had a good
setback there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's a few more laps would have been a nice battle for first. We actually determined that leader was playing games, so we are second. I'm second.
Oh, wow.
Cody's third. Yeah. And then Mike got first, so
Wow, interesting development there. We'll definitely talk to Mike and Cody then, but congratulations, buddy.
oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Doug, you just got the updated finishing order?
Yes, Matt, I did. So Mike Hoyt is our new winner.
Mike Hoyt is the winner, correct. Ryan McDaniel second, Cody Kennedy third.
Cool. Thank you for the update.
Yes, sir.
All right, there you heard it, folks. Due to problems in the race, Mike Hoyt has been advanced to winner. So let's talk to new third place, Cody Kennedy. Cody, quite a fight, and you end up in third. What an interesting turn of events and a great podium finish.
Yeah, it was a struggle bus for sure. It was a lot of wrecks, and I know I caused the first one. I just got loose on the outside and caused mayhem in the first 3 laps. But yeah, it kind of sucks with the way it ended for Easton. He did a phenomenal job. I don't know. I guess he messed up on the restart or something. I'm not sure.
Well, man, a great job and another great podium finish. Congratulations, buddy.
I think it feels good to get the Federated company back in the podium.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
And finally, our new winner. Mike Hoyt, congratulations, man. Great win. And obviously going to be a little controversy about that one, but you still have the W.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm not exactly too sure. I mean, Eddie explained it, but I didn't exactly hear everything he said.
Well, at the end of the day, you come home with the win, and being up in the top 5 in points, that's definitely going to be a big help.
Yeah, I definitely needed it. Said just running this last week and officials came in handy because I still have it stored in my brain.
Well, man, a great job. I do believe this is your first win, too, in Jones BS Racing.
Yes, it is. Feels good to finally win one.
Well, great job tonight, man. Congratulations, and, man, go celebrate.
Alrighty, I appreciate it.
And real quick, I'm going to grab Matt Moniak. And we'll see if we can get an update as to what has happened. Hey, Matt, I wanted to grab you for a minute, and just for the fans at home, an explanation as to what brought about the change in the winner.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Yeah,
Were you asking about the finishing order?
Yeah, the fans were curious what the incident or incidents were, which caused Easton to have the win taken.
Yeah. So in our rule book, it specifically states that you can't vary more than 5 miles an hour from pace speed. He went from holding about 43 to 45, which pace speed's 45. He then dropped all the way down to 37, stacking the field up, and then he sped back up before the restart zone and then fired off.
I see. Were there any incidents prior to that, or, I mean, on the restarts, or was it just that one?
As of right now, we were only able to review. We immediately right after the race, we review the last restart to ensure that that is our finishing order, at least tentatively.
Right.
We haven't had a chance to go back and review the rest of the race yet.
Oh, okay. Well, man, thank you so much for the explanation. I know some people were very curious, so I appreciate the update.
Yep, not a problem.
All right, guys, stick around. We will be back in just a few moments with the late models, and I'm sure another awesome race. Stick around, everybody.